Good day to ma'am. My name is Lim Zhao Hong from BITS S1G2. In today, I would like to present about the PSM2, which is about chapter 5, 6, and 7. In chapter 6, the PSM require us to do the system testing. According to the syllabus, we will using the black box testing. What is black box testing? Black box testing is a testing that can be done by the people who have no internal knowledge who could also able to do so. It is open for everyone, including the user that had never used this kind of system before, and allow everyone to learn to know the system well. So in this topic, which is Bot's fleet management system, I would use the use case testing as the first technique. So, for example, for FR01, I will validate the system will validate when user, which is admin, manager, mechanic, login by entering the valid email address and password correctly. The user will be able to access to their own dashboard. As you can see in the right side, the first use case will be login access to the applications. The actor is manager, admin, and mechanic. The precondition of the cases is the account exists. For the tested data, the, e- the email I would use is kamal@hotmail.com, and the password will be 123456. So for the step, the user will select the identity, which is from manager, admin, or mechanic. Then user will click the email and they enter the email. After they enter the email, they will asking to enter the password. After enter the password, they will click the login buttons. Since the test data is correct and matched in the database, the user could log in successfully into the dashboard of their own identity, which is if system identify their manager, they will enter to the dashboard of managers, and so on. The status will be passed. The test this case testing will be a pass. For another example of UC02, it will log in at the application with the incorrect password. So let's say the account exists and the user still the same, but this time the password is different. The real password is 123456. But in here the password will be 1234567889. The procedure is still the step is still the same, but the expected result will be the user unable to log into the dashboard of the identity. The status also be passed because they are unable to enter, and the error come out. Okay, now going to the second technique in black box texting will be a decision table. What is decision table? Decision table is a cases that letting users to determine different kind of scenarios. Let's say there are two scenarios parallel, and these two scenarios should be in a certain condition for system to able to work functionally well. For the example, I will choose the FR14, which is verify that when admin has completely edited the information at driver name and ratings, the information will be saved after clicking the button submit rating. So in the system, there is the rating functions. So let's go to the driver rating for the admin. After they go there, they are required to enter the driver name and also the rating field. For the driver name, the field needs to be filled in. Meanwhile, for the rating, they also be need to fill in also in order to make the information safe. Let's say for the DT2, the driver name field is filled in, but the rating is not. So the information system will not be safe. It's similar to the DT3, which is there is no driver name filled in, but the rating is filled in. It's also conducted that no information will be safe. Now, We come to the third technique, which is boundary value analysis, which is BVA. So this testing will test the boundary of the certain value to know that is there any limit to the value of the entering. In this example, I will choose the FR04, which is verify that user, which is admin, manager, and mechanic, can enter at most 150 character as address. So look at the right side, for example, for the test case ID 1, the boundary value was with 150 characters. For the 0 characters, the user unable to submit the data since there's error because they cannot be a 0 character. So for the second test case, will be 149 characters, which is almost the limit but not past the limit. The user enter the 149 character as address and clicking submit. So, but the address is saved successfully because it's not passing the limits. But for the third one, it will be 151 characters. The user enter 151 characters as address, but in the end of the day, the user unable to submit the data since the address is past the limits, so they unable to save. For the for this technique, the boundary values is normally will have different values. Let's say in this scenario, I'm just saying 150 characters. Let's say in the other hands, maybe for certain things such as maybe the word unable to pass through 100 pass through 150, but it also needs more than maybe 50. That limit will increase the number of test case. Now we come to the last technique 4, which is equivalent partitioning techniques. You may asking that what is the difference between the technique 3 and technique 4? The technique 4, which is partitioning techniques, will normally separate the data into 3 different partitions, which is the partitions in between them, and the partition is more than a limit or less than the limits. For example, I'm taking the FR6, which is verify that when admin trying to enter the rating data, it could only enter the rate in the rate of 1 1.0 to 5.0. So let's look at the right. For the first test case, the rate is lower than 1.0, which is 0.5. The output will be error. But let's say we enter 3.5. The data will be successfully added after pressing the submit button. For the last one will be the rate that is more than 5.0, which is 7. The error will come out and the data will not be added. Now we will come to the demonstration of improvement. This is the app. This is the app. So let's log in first as an admin, since the improvement will be due in the admins. Let's enter the admin detail first. Log in. Now it's still the same, which is putting the driver together, the route together, but for the new thing will be the admin will able to read the driver. So for example, let's say the driver name, I'm putting my name in it, Lim. So let's say the rating is 2.5. The rating, just I mentioned just now, the rating should be in between 1.0 to 5.0. So let's say the rating is 2.5, and after that we can submit the ratings. After the being empty, the rating is being submitted. Let's say we want to search for the driver, we can put the name over here, and the rating will be set it here, and we will saying the rate by who, which is admin. If you're not If there's a lot of driver ratings, you can search the driver name by here. And this is the function that add to the admin. And that is all of the improvement. I will go to the conclusion. So bus fleet management system provide a real-time bus company information for manager. Manager could use the system to control the data of bus mechanic, road, and bus driver. For the system, it could bring convenience to the company to manage their data well, since all the details have been recorded in the system. And that's all from me. Thank you and have a nice day.